Assalamu alaikum everyone. To introduce myself, my name is Dr. Asra. I am Associate Head in the Department of Civil Engineering at Lord's Institute of Engineering and Technology. The topic for today is Introduction to Construction Management. Okay. So basically, if you go through the outline of my presentation, it gives you a outline in a sense. It starts with obvious a definition of it. Then we have significance. Then we have objectives. Then we have functions, and then we have construction team. Now coming to the definition part of it, see the first word which says construction. What do you mean by the term construction? When you think about construction, it involves construction of a building, bridges, flyovers, dams, many other things, right? So to go for the construction, you need to manage your project for sure. If you couldn't manage your construction, then what will happen? Delays will be there, time overrun, cost overrun, deformation, many things will be there. So the part of management plays a very vital role in any of the construction. So coming to the first part of the definition, you see the first word we start with planning. See the first thing, if I want my own building to get constructed, suppose G+5, I want that to get constructed. The first thing is I plan. What do I plan? How much available budget I have? How do I have, if that budget which I have, is it sufficient or not? If not, I try to arrange it with someone, right? Then I go for the next part of it is the drawings, everything. I need to get what we can say, approvals from the government and all, right? These all things will be there. So the first thing I do is I plan it. Now, if I only plan and keep it myself, the work will not be done. I need to coordinate. I need to coordinate with whom? With the people who are technically sound in that, who have an experience in that. So I'll be first going to the engineers nearby my college, nearby my home, etc. and they'll help me in coordinating the work, right? Then upon that, I need to have a proper control of it. How does the control will be done? It's only after appointing of a project manager or a construction manager. What does he do? He actually controls the project. What do you mean by the term control? Control means for the first day, this is the performance. For today, excavation of the bridges means we have a field, right? We can say my plot. For that plot, I need to have the excavation trenches. Like after we dug out the earth, that trenches will have to be completed in 1 day. Okay, fine, that has to be completed by 1 day. Now when I go for the next day, I have to start with the PCC, right? Then I have to go with reinforcing bars, all that, right? Now for the first day when I have started with my excavation of the trenches, what happened the next day? Rain was there. So the entire trench are drenched with the water. It's full with water. Can I start with my construction? No, I just have to go for the dewatering. So my time will be wasted, right? My the available of the labors, that will be wasted. Half day got wasted. Now second day I have to start with the PCC. Can I do it? No, it will take a little delay. Again, delay. What happens? The overall time and cost will get delayed. So now, the role of controlling is what? For today's work, today excavation has to get completed. Tomorrow PCC had to get completed. But because of the uncertainties, it got delayed. So you need to control it. How do I control? It's obvious you'll be doing overtime. Right, with this overtime and all, you'll see that your work will be done on time and cost. So this is the terminology which we are using for planning, coordinating and controlling. Now, am I doing for 1 day or 2 days? No. The moment I start with that project, up till the end, I have to do it. Why? To see that my cost remains the same. My time remains the same. Okay? So that is the main important part of your definition. Now we come to significance. What is the importance of it? Why do we have to learn about it? See, how do we go for the learning part of it or the significance or the importance of it? As I said the first thing is it reduces delays. As I said as an example of excavation trenches, when you actually measures the actual performance based on your plan and they both go simultaneously, definitely there won't be any delays. Okay, so that's the first point. And effectiveness in your work will be coming. So when you are very effective in doing the work daily as per your schedule, definitely your targets will be achieved, right? Then we have the first important which I said in advance. When you do everything on time and when you go everything effectively, your budget, which is very, very important, that is the cost of the project, will not alter. So please do remember that time and cost are the key roles in your construction management, right? This you need to have control upon it, then only you're called as a good engineer. See, the people hire you based on what? Based on the caliber of doing the work on time, and maintaining the same budget. Okay, that is the first and a key important points. Then we have the first important thing, as we discussed, effective management, reduction of delays. Then the important thing is improve communication. It's very important. See, if there is a communication gap, when you have a lot of gap, see, if suppose when you have a design engineer, he said a beam has to be casted. What's the size of the beam? 300 by 400. Example I take up. The people who is at site, the site engineer, need to say or need to convey the same, that 3 by 4 is the dimension of the beam. Now, if there is a gap in communication, instead of 300 by 400, he's casting 500 by 500. What will happen? The cost will be increased, right? Obvious, the time will be increased, waste of material, waste of labor, everything will go on. So, communication of the people working around need to be very clear, very important. So, a project manager does take that decision and tell them in advance that this is your role. What is your role? Whatever the work is being assigned to you, you are supposed to do it. So my role as a site engineer, I need to communicate with the design engineer. If I feel there is some mistakes, if I feel there is practical discomfort, practical impossibilities, then I need to definitely go with the design engineer. He has to do the work for me. He has to communicate, and there shouldn't be any delays. So it is the role of the project manager who does that. Okay. Now in doing so, what will happen? Quality will increase for sure. Because when someone is coming you for inspecting of your work, then you'll be very cautious in doing so. If no one is coming and checking my work for whatever work I do, what will happen? They will use cheap quality of work. See, construction always leads to what? A lot of cost. Any building you take up, G+2 also if you take up, minimum lakhs and lakhs of rupees need to be grossed. G+5 crores of rupees. So when the investment is huge, quality check to be there. So it is actually the construction management, it is actually the construction manager who does take care of quality for every aspect, for every step. Okay. Then comes the safety issue, very important. Just because when I said you construction involves a lot of material and labor as well, as it's a developing country. It's not a developed country that the machinery is coming and doing the construction. No, it's the labor who is going into the excavation pit. It's the labor who is working at a height. It's the labor who is lifting and taking the materials up. So it is the labor. So you need to provide safety to them. If you don't do it, accident will occur. So when accident occur, half of your day will be wasted. When accident occur, your name of the company will be defamed. Okay. So it is the construction manager who will definitely see that safety is at your side. Next, when everything is just perfect, no possibility of disputes, right? So disputes when it happens, when communication gap is there, when unprecedented accidents occur, at that time this happens. So communication is good, quality is good, effectiveness is there. So definitely you won't have any disputes. Okay. And the last important point is business resilience will be there. Okay. What do you mean by business resilience? Continuity will be there. See, COVID have affected construction industry a lot, right? But still your Tatas, especially your L&T, your Mitas, other companies are still surviving, right? Why? Because they are very good in managing their work. Okay. Now coming to objectives, as I said you in advance before that it is the importance of time and cost. So if you look into this one, first one, to complete it on time and budget. That's the first objective of your construction management. Then comes high quality workmanship, we need to provide it. Then comes safe and satisfactory, which we already discussed. Then you need to motivate your people there, you need to create an organization. Then taking sound decision. See, sound decision is very important. You need to give the site engineer that responsibility of taking a sound decision. Okay, that is very important, because if that is not being taken care, quality will get affected. Okay. Then it comes to functions of construction. How do I achieve this construction management, which I'm talking all the time? This can be achieved with proper planning and scheduling. Planning, how do you do it? Scheduling, you need to fix a time scale to your schedule. As we do in exams, we take up a subject and we fit to the scale and accordingly we'll do it. Okay, so that is important. Organizing, the moment you take up, you'll divide the work, you'll give to design engineer his work, right? Then we have staffing, we'll hire the staff. Then we have directing, you will give them the training. See, this is your work, you need to train them, right? Then we have controlling. As I said you before itself, controlling, the term which we have seen in the definition clearly, that actual versus plan, that will be taken care. And coordinating, you need to coordinate them, then only your targets will be achieved. Coming to the construction team, who are the teammates in our construction management? It's the first one who is the owner. He's the initiator of the project. Then what does he do? He gives it to the project manager, right? Then he appoints an architect, then followed by the contractor. So it's the project manager who does all this work on his behalf. Okay. Then coming to the roles of the owner. See, the first role of an engineer or role of the owner is to appoint a engineer, okay, and delegate his power. As I said you in advance, it is the owner is delegating his own power to the engineer, okay. Then what does he do? He actually goes for the sanctions. Then what does he do? The nearly timely payments and all he does, okay. Then we have the another one is responsibility of engineer and architect. What does an architect and an engineer do? They will actually give aesthetics, the plannings, the aesthetic and appearance point of view. Those things will be taken into consideration, and he will also look into the functional requirements. What are the functional requirements, importance of it, all that will be taken care by them. Then coming to owner, what does he do? The actual execution part, it is the contractor who does it, okay. Then comes the study. See, when the execution is done, it's always done on the site. So the study of it, the requirement of it, the labors, everything will be taken care by him. That is the building permit, labors, as I said you just now, all about it. Safeguard the men and material. Then comes tools of construction management. I was saying that construction management. So it's the project manager who does it. Now, with the help of whom does he do that? The time and the cost remains altered, means you shouldn't alter it. What are the tools? The first tool is your bar chart, very important. With the help of a chart, we'll look into the execution part of it. First day, how did I do? Followed by the second day, followed by the third day. With this, I'll get to know where is the gap, where I have to work hard, I will be doing overtime, and see that my work is being done. We have then the modified one of the bar chart, our milestones, then come PERT, then come CPM. These are the techniques which help us in executing the work on time. Thank you everyone for watching.